hold on a minute. We see when you say South, are you talking about Wandsworth Bridge?
Wandsworth Bridge and Blackwall Tunnel. They got moved up, bro.
I did see. You see the Blackwall Tunnel one, yeah? So I saw the Wandsworth Bridge one, and I thought, them man are Aggie. Them man are just moving reckless. And then Blackwall Tunnel, I'm like, you know the thing for me, yeah? When I saw the video of the woman bawling, saying, my granny's dying.
Yeah,
and the them just saying, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I'm punching you up.
Trust me.
I thought about it and I thought, what would I do? And the thing is, them tailbacks go back for miles, innit? So you see the Aggie people, they might be quiet at the back or in the middle. So bro, right now, yeah, I was thinking about this. You need to roll with cable ties in your car.
Do what? Tie them up?
Yeah, did you not see what was happening? You drag one away, and you know the worst thing is? This is one of the things that annoyed me, not the most, but a lot. They're just like, they're scum. You see how they just scurried back and sat down? They weren't being Aggie. They weren't like, nah. I think that's what annoyed me even more. If they was arguing back, like, you know when you was at school, yeah, and you'd get into an argument and you had that that would just
wanted to be annoying. Yeah, wanted to be annoying.
Smart. Like, okay.
The thing about these lot, yeah. The thing about these lot is, like, so I've listened to them and I feel like their cause is verified, 100%. Their cause is justified. What they're doing, though, they're going too far. When you got a woman that's crying, my mum is in hospital, I need to go, like, and I get sometimes, like, and the thing is, even us, like, we protested, we've marched, we've done all these things. Sometimes you do need to disrupt things in order to get things to happen, 100%. But have you lot actually gone to Parliament? Go disrupt them, man, first. Before, like, I don't know how far they've gone before they've taken these extremes.
They haven't, yeah. They've written and they've done all of that kind of stuff. And I get it. Yeah, the government said that they're going to insulate the homes. You want to know the ironic thing? When they asked my man, have you insulated your home? My man's like, no. Brother. Like,
no.
The guy is just doing interviews from the safety of his yard. Yeah. I don't see you on road. If he was on road, yeah, the main guy that talked on the news, if he was on road, yeah, doing all of this stuff, I'd be like, all right, cool. You're really, but you come out and you say, oh, well, it's unfortunate, but what people need to do is focus on why we're doing this rather than our methods of what we're doing. No, brother, I'm focusing on your methods because you're causing people. You know what I want to know? You see, like, I don't know what the official term is, but your behavior leading to someone's death.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can be prosecuted in some way. And obviously,
100%. I feel like it should be.
It's going to be a madness to be proven that, oh, well, how do you know that this wouldn't have happened? But their man's behavior, I'm very sure, has led to a death. Like, a couple weeks ago,
didn't they say there was like a man that was in a car and his mum was having a stroke? And if he had got to the hospital like hours earlier or an hour earlier, she would have been like if that was me, oh my days. And I think a lot of people say, like, if you just run them over, you like, I feel like when there's somebody sitting in the middle of the road, you can't, like, you can't bring yourself to run over a human being. I don't think you could do it. I know we feel like, yeah, like if they're sitting in the road in front of me, I'm just going over them. I don't think you would. I don't think anybody really would.
You wouldn't.
David doesn't.
No, the thing is, I'll go over a foot or a leg. I'll go over a leg. I'll break your leg. No, fam, I'll happily break your leg. Happily break your leg. Happily. Yeah. Like, because we're talking, look, we've had 1.5 years, of not being able to see our families. The amount of people that have sadly passed away and they haven't been able to, their loved ones haven't been able to see them. Do you know how many funerals have taken place where their loved ones haven't been able to go? Yeah. Now what? Now this. Nah, listen, I will happily run over a foot or an arm to get where I need to get to. Listen.
Was that Wandsworth Bridge where they were jashing them to the side? That was Wandsworth Bridge, right?
Yeah, that was Wandsworth Bridge. And that was, see, the thing is, that was a lot of what do you call it?
Some of them were the paramedics.
Bro, paramedics, like just working class people. Just working class people.
Nah, be honest, a couple of them did look like EDL man them though. Couple of them look like EDL man them.
Yeah, but you see them man there.
But you need,
them man are builders, them man are plumbers, them man are right.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? Something happened. I think you see the whole racism in football, and when Marcus Rashford and them man was exposing certain man's tweets, and obviously the school teacher was there. Yeah, and when I'm looking at all of these people are builders, these people are plumbers, these people are who you have in your house. Do you know what I mean? Doing extensions, doing electrics, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Now, these men are working class people. They've got like 20 grand contracts, 30 grand contracts, 50 grand contracts. What? For man to not turn up today because you man want to sit in the road? Brother, I'm actually going to insulate somebody's house.
Exactly.
That's what I'm going now. To insulate somebody's house. I'm going to insulate a block of flats.
Right.
Nah. Listen.
I mean, again, the cause I get, what they're actually doing though, I think is over the top. It's a madness.
Them man, forget all of that. Them man need to do the A23, at the junction of Cold Harbour Lane. Yeah,
no, they don't want to do that.
That's what
they don't want to do that. That would be insane. Femi, walk on.
What's going on, Ace, man? How are you, my brother?
I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. I heard you on radio today for a little bit. You sounded mad happy.
You know what it is? So we're calling it isolating at the moment. I'm isolating for the next 2 weeks. I'll be doing the show from my house. And being able to do the show from my house is fun, man. Like I can sit in my boxes, scratch my balls.
You said that on the radio.
Cereal. Yeah,
scratch my balls, but I was thinking that, bro, you're giving too much information right now.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. I feel like this is the future, though, man. Like, I sounded, what was the quality like? I sounded crystal, right?
You sounded like you were there, bro.
Exactly. So this might be the future, man. Being able to like broadcast from my house. Technology. Let's knock down new broadcasting house. We don't need it anymore. It's fine.
All right, bro. Calm down.
Come on, check.
Bro.
Femi, where are you at the moment?
Femi's frozen. Femi's gone.
As he frozen. Anyway, we haven't even introed this thing. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Cut the Chat. We're here on a Wednesday today. We moved the day, but big up to everybody, all the same, all the crew that are locked in right now. And don't forget, you guys can check out the audio for this on Spotify, on the Apple Music app as well, and on SoundCloud. We're still there, even though loads of you guys like to watch and listen to this live. But salute to you guys. Loads of things. I feel like this has been a busy week. Quite a lot of stuff going on this week. We started off talking about the Insulate Britain protesters who are on a mad thing. And the thing is, I've got to be honest with you, although we disagree with their methods, they're picking the right roads because they're causing havoc. Absolute, like they know where to sit down in the. When they went to the Blackwall Tunnel, I was like, "Raw, that's actually genius." Blackwall Tunnel, you know. What was annoying as well? The police felt like it looked like the police weren't really doing nothing. They were just kind of just looking after them.
Because this is the thing: the police's attitude, is if a scuffle takes place and somebody gets injured by a moving vehicle, that's the police's responsibility. You see, when the police stop you, and they tell you to stand on the side of the road. You know, that's so you don't get licked down by a car. If you get licked down by a car while you're being stopped by the police, that's on them.
Seen.
So before anything, they will get you on the side of the road. And this is it, bro. Like, them man will just happily let them sit there and avoid any scuffles and all that, because if there's any injuries and cars start driving and then someone gets loose and jumps back in the road and gets licked down, that's going to be on them. But I think So just changing the subject slightly, but still talking about the police. Have you seen the protests in Australia about the COVID and all that and the isolation protest?
No.
All right, so they've been protesting for maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe longer. But and they've been taken to the streets. They've been marching. They've been doing the whole thing in Melbourne. Yeah, brother. One day the police said, "No, we're done with this." Them man went and got rubber bullets, cuz,
And just start shooting people.
and started lacing man down.
Oh wow.
I saw a video, yeah, where there was one protester standing in the road somewhere, and the car's pulled up, but he don't know who's in the car, innit? So he's moving all reckless, bloody, bloody, blah, fam. All four doors bust open of this car. Yeah, it was like the army jumped out and just clarted man up. Yeah, just jumped out on him.
Do you want to know if them rubber bullets actually hurt? I'm like, I know no one in this car on this screen has been hit by one of them. I want to know, like, what do they actually feel like?
I don't.
I do. I do.
Okay, I've seen man get shot. No, not seen man. I've seen the aftermath of a man getting shot with a beanbag. Yeah, because police use
That's got to be this. That's got to be the same thing, surely.
It's not a good. It's fam. Man was under pressure. Man was under pressure. I'm very sure that maybe somebody in the comments might. Can you look at the comments?
Hold on, let me get them.
Someone in the comments, let us know, because I'm very sure that somebody has died from being
hit with rubber bullets.
Yeah.
Mad thing.
But it's like, not, I might be wrong, but I recall hearing something years ago, because only certain countries use them. This country don't use them, I don't think.
No, I'm sure they do. They don't use them here.
When have you heard this country using rubber bullets, fam? Remember, you see police in Australia, them man carry guns as standard. Them man carry straps. So I think it might be them countries there where man just carry straps. Them man will just change the real thing for the rubber ones and just start licking man down.
Madness. Okay. No one ain't said that they experienced rubber bullets yet, but no one else will not delay. Yeah. Anyway,
Ace.
Yo.
You hear me? Sorry,
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if I could be heard. I just drove past a shopping Kentish. I just drove past a shopping Kentish town called Ace Sports. I just wanted you to know that. I
appreciate it. See, I'm everywhere. See me? I'm everywhere, bro. Speaking of film, is it like London Film Week this week or something?
It's London Film Festival, so there's like screenings of all the new films coming out, and obviously it's the first physical one for the past 2 years. So like there's like 100 screenings.
Is that where you are on your way to now?
No, I'm not going to a screening today. I'm not going to. Do you know what? I've been invited to loads of screenings, but I'm just mad busy at the moment. My mom just came back from Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to see her, basically.
What films are coming out this week then? What films are they showing? So
there's like, The Harder They Fall is the one everyone's talking about in terms of like, you know, black content. Which is the new Idris Elba film with directed by James Samuels, who is Sil's brother. It's his film. It's a Western, but it's an all black cast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Western with an all black cast. So everyone's really excited about that because like it just looks dope. Like, you know, the trailers look good. Looks like it's got that Jonathan Masters in it as well. Jonathan Masters is he's in The Last Black Man in San Francisco, I think that's what that film's called. But he's in, oh my gosh, what's that series that they cancelled? Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
What, new series?
Series? Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
He's in Lovecraft Country, and he's also in the Spike Lee film. That he did, the Netflix film about the Vietnamese guys. About the black guys that have fought in the Vietnam War. I can't remember what the film's called.
I know that film you're talking about. I don't know the others, but
Regina
King's in this film as well, right?
Yeah, Regina King, Idris Elba, Jonathan Masters,
Stanfield.
Stanfield. There's like so many dope actors in it. So yeah, should go off. It's coming out on Netflix in November, but in the meantime, they're doing loads of screenings of it. There's like so many other films that I've been getting invited because I'm a BAFTA member. I get invited to all these like screenings. Like I could go to screenings every night.
Calm down for me. Calm down. Calm down.
Shine off.
No, I'm just trying to explain the thing, innit? Like I'm trying to explain like all the activities going on. And so there's a bunch of films out at the moment, like hundreds of films like just coming out, getting exposure within like, you know, film people and within the industry. So it's an exciting time to watch films.
Go on. Rate that still.
Netflix is just a big player now, man. You remember when it was just like, if your film went straight to Netflix, people were like looking at you in a way. But now they're not ramping, boy.
Listen. Right now, yeah, I'd rather my film go straight to Netflix. Like, do you know what I mean? So, like, I remember when we made our first film, It's a Lot, and I remember it went on Netflix, and at that point, no one had really heard of it. And I remember the point when we put out the intent, and then a few months later, it went on Netflix, right? And people were going on like I just won the like lottery or something. That was when I realized that this was, we're talking about what, 2017, the intent first one went on Netflix. People were going on like I just won the like I don't know, like I'd arrived. Like, but before then, it was like everything else that I'd done was irrelevant. But not knowing like 2 years later, 3 years earlier, 4 years earlier, I had a film on Netflix already, but it wasn't big in 2014, but by 2017. And now Netflix is the only player. So like, you know, that's the first thing everyone says. Oh, I've got an idea, can I pitch it? Can you help me pitch it to Netflix? And so they've definitely taken over that film and TV space, but they've got a lot of competition now as well though.
Yeah, there's so many streaming apps at the moment. So many, but I feel like Netflix is everybody's go-to.
You know what it is? Netflix is like McDonald's.
Yeah, it's just there. You have to have it.
Yeah, and you know, some people might say this is better, that is better, blah blah blah. But McDonald's are everywhere. McDonald's are all over the world. Yeah.
Do you know what the good thing about Netflix is they're always gonna have something that everyone's talking about. Obviously, this week we're all talking Squid Game. But they've always got one show that everybody's just on. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they pick the right shows, or I don't know what it is. Like before it was Money Heist, everybody was watching the Tiger King. They've Making a Murderer. They've always got one show that is like the talk of popular culture. This Squid Game thing is nuts. Most viewed Netflix show ever, they're saying. And everyone's talking about it. I mean, whether you love it or hate it, you can't avoid it. Like memes upon memes. Insane.
Squid Game, yeah. You know what's mad about it is that my man wrote it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, he was probably advanced because 10 years ago, were we ready for something like that? Like we've seen something like this before. Like I think what's that horror film with the pig head?
No, people saying that it's very close to okay. People are saying this is close to Battle Royale, which I've never seen. They're saying it's very similar to that.
Battle Royale, but I mean, you know what I'm finding over like the last maybe 5 to 10 years, you see these Korean films, they are landing.
Trust me.
They are landing. I watched Squid Game. That, you know, I had time and I jumped on it. There's so many questions that poses.
Have you watched it?
Huh?
No, do you know what? I've not watched it yet. That's why I'm staying silent.
Okay, let's not, no spoilers.
No, you could talk about it. I don't mind. I don't mind about spoilers, you know, because you know what it is? Why I never mind spoilers, by the way, because I spoil things for myself anyway. I start watching it within 5 minutes. So I don't mind people telling me what the story is going to be in advance.
Look, all right. So basically, the thing is, there's a group of people that are in one place and they can't leave, and they play games in it to win money. Now, if you don't succeed in these games, you're eliminated. Yeah. But do you understand? You heard when I said they can't leave.
Yeah.
So elimination is not that you go into another room and you sit down and
no, you're eliminated.
I mean, they kill you. They kill you. Yeah. I know that.
You're actually eliminated. Yeah.
And then obviously,
it's mad. It's a mad story.
As it goes on, it starts touching with your morals as a human, because it might be you going up against, like, let's say a single mum, yeah, who's got 3 kids. Do you know what I mean? At home. So it's just like, boy, am I just gonna lick down this woman for the pee, or am I gonna let? So it's mad. It's mad.
There was one when it was like for me as well. The games are like based on like childhood games. So then there's one game where they're just like they give you 10 marbles, and I was like, yeah, you guys decide, like, work out whatever game you want to play. One of you wins, one of you loses, and if you lose, you know what time it is. This is like that. And there was a guy that went on and played that game with his wife. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, that there. So what it is, basically, Femi, can you hear us?
No, I'm listening. My reception's done.
What it is as well, yeah. Before the game, they will tell you, make a team of 10, yeah, or make a team of 5. So this one, they said make a team of 2 in it. Now, obviously, there's old people, young people, men, women, yeah. So imagine us, man, yeah. We'll be looking at it like, oh, you know what? It's the strongest survive, innit? Yeah. Femi, I'm with you because I know you run 5K. Femi, we've got this. We're gonna smash this game. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones there. And then they turn around and say, yeah, you men are playing marbles against each other. It's like, oh my God.
It's mad. It's mad.
It's nutty.
It's a crazy concept. Like, when you think about it, big up to the guy that created it. Don't you like wonder where someone's mind is to create art like that? It's insane. Like, what are you actually thinking about? And is the world going that way? Because some of them game shows that was starting to happen are insane. Like, we're watching people that are dating. We're watching dating shows where people just get naked on the TV. I feel like Squid Games is next.
You know what? You see, like, they're taking the nakedness on the TV away. Yeah, look at that game. Where you're on some resort, and then your ex-boyfriend turns up.
Mad.
Ex-girlfriend turns up. You know, like, these games are going down the road of making the contestants and the viewers feel very, very awkward. Like, oh, can I really watch this? Man's about to get hotted up, but we still love it. I want to see man get hotted up. I want to, like, it's mad. It's mad.
I was chatting to someone the other day. They were telling me about Temptation Island, and basically, you go on with your partner to this island, yeah. Then I'm sure the listeners will tell me if I'm getting it right, but you go on this island with your partner, yeah. You and your partner are in a solid relationship. Now you go off to one side of the island, she goes off to another side of the island. You're going off to one side of the island with things that all they want to do is beat, yeah. And then she's going off on the same with guys that are really on her. And you have to see if you're gonna stay together, if nothing's gonna happen. And I'm like, how is that entertainment? You're just breaking up happy homes for what?
What is the point?
What is the point? What is the absolute point? And apparently, one girl went on there and linked the guy on the first night, and then and then she thought that she was gonna be with this guy, and he was like, "No, well, first night, innit? Like, how you think we're gonna stay together?" Insane. Like, how is this entertainment? We're watching it and enjoying it. It's mad. This is where
entertainment has gone. You see, normal TV, what we know as normal TV, doesn't suffice anymore. It doesn't. It's not doing nothing for us. Like, your EastEnders and your Coronation Streets with your little moody storyline of, you know, my long lost sister come true and she's moving to my man and all of them things there. Them funny little EastEnder storylines, they're not cutting it no more. People want to see real people going through real emotion as entertainment. You're right. It's in a good, I don't know, 10, 15, Yeah, it could be that, and not necessarily elimination like death, but there will be these games. Look at that game show in America where you've got a couple and they're asking I think we've only seen women on it. Yeah.
It's about the truth or something. Yeah, I told the truth or some shit. I was about divorce and they get divorced or something. It's mad.
Bro.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's techie. It's mad.
It's mad.
But yeah,
Squid Game. Big up. Netflix should pay us for that advert, but go watch that. It is actually some awesome viewing. Yeah, I binged it in a couple of days. I feel like Damon did it in one night.
Yeah, you know what it was? You know what it was? I just didn't want to be that guy again that's always on the podcast talking about I haven't seen it. I'm always that guy.
You are. 100%.
I'm always that guy. And I thought, nah, that's not happening today.
So I'm that guy today. So
there you go.
Pass it on.
You're that guy. And you know what? It makes sense now because I've seen some memes, but I hadn't seen it yet. I see a man cut out a steak in the steak. And something happened, and I'm like, what is this? And I see Squid Game. I'm like, this is some idiot thing. But then I watched it. I said, yeah.
Good Netflix show is when you get to the end of the first episode, you're like, yeah, I gotta see the next one. That's how you know they got you. They just got you. I gotta go to the next one. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of memes, you're talking about steaks.
Talking about steak. We got to talk about my man's restaurant, Salt Bay. £630 for a steak.
Black face probably would eat that.
Your internet connection is very meaty, Ace.
Oh, is it? So I was saying I feel like Femi's probably ate that £630 steak.
He probably has, and he probably never paid for it either. No, Femi is probably one of them smoothie things, but I mean. Somebody was saying, that you can buy that gold leaf. You can buy that gold leaf, whatever gold leaf that the steak is wrapped in, on the internet for like £21.
Oh, I didn't realize the steak was wrapped in a gold leaf.
Well, not an actual leaf, but it's called gold leaf.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Gold. That's edible.
Does it taste nice?
Bridget, I've got barbecue chicken in the oven. Yeah, like now, 600. This is the thing. Yeah, I get it. There's levels to this thing. Yeah, and I think for me, the last couple of years, people have just been casually walking around in trainers that cost £1,000.
Yep,
£900 casually coming to the barbershop or Bridget. I remember when I was a child, if I had white trainers. They didn't even have no monetary value. Just the fact that they was white, I could only wear them. I probably wore them like 3 times a year, 4 times a year. And you see when you scuff them and you had that white thing that was like Tipex, that white trainer paint that you, brother,
will fix up. Yeah, 100%.
Brother, like and I'm not talking about you know back in the day it was like footballers. You remember when Louboutins became huge with the studs? The boots with the studs, and it was literally only footballers. And then obviously it trickled down to roadman, then it trickled down and trickled down and trickled down. Now it's not even a trickling down thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not even a trickling down thing. It's like footballers are getting it the exact same time as roadman, the exact same time as, this person who works in a, had their own business, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. It's mad. So now when people are talking about £630 for something that is going to come back out of your system in 7-8 hours, maybe even sooner.
The funniest meme I saw was man spent £630 on a steak and couldn't post it on Instagram because Instagram was down. Imagine that. Oh my.
Peak, man.
Peak.
Done your dance. Right now, you're a liar. You never went there.
No, you didn't.
You're a liar.
You didn't go there. Show me the receipt, fam.
Yeah, that's somebody else's receipt. That's not your receipt. You're a liar. Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, me and you, Ace, have dined out. All of us have dined in places where certain people are like, nah, you man are balling. How you man eating there? So there is levels, but I think at some
not
point,
600. What's the most you'd spend on a meal though?
what's the most I've spent?
Yeah.
I can't remember. A good couple £100. A good
Wow.
maybe £200-300 maybe.
Is that on your meal or you and someone else's meal?
Oh no, me and I. Me and I.
Okay, yeah, but like on you on a one meal. £200, £300 is excessive for one person.
No, but this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing. That bill would have been both our starters, both our mains, dessert, and probably some form of alcoholic
Drinks.
beverage. Do you know what I mean?
Course, yeah.
You know, but I think maybe the most a main has cost me might be like 50 quid, maybe 60 quid, and that might be like a lobster or something. Do you know what I mean? That right now, you see, back in the day, you see, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was only certain places that you could go to eat that kind of food. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So you remember when black cod was a thing?
Yeah.
Now a lot of places do black cod for a lot less than what those places how many years ago was doing it for, and it's similar quality. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think we're in a much better place as consumers. We're in a much better place to get this food and get this quality of food. Like 6:30. Obviously, I would say half of that is the restaurant and the so-called ambiance. Do you know what I mean? At least
the
half
feng shui.
You understand what I'm saying? At least half of that.
What are you saying? We go to that Salt Bay restaurant and go 4 ways on a steak.
Let's do it. You know what? Fuck it, me and Damon. Give you a break. Me and D, let's do it. We handle this thing, yeah? Nothing long.
One steak for 4 men. For 4 men, one steak. I'm on it.
How you mean 5 bills? Let's fucking roll. I'm ready when you're ready, you know. Let's do this. I'm on a major flex.
I'm telling you, man, straight, yeah, because I see my man chop up the thing. I'm taking the bone. I'm taking the bone home. I'm making soup with that bone. I'm boiling that thing down.
To be fair, do we have any business going to them type of restaurants, though?
What for, man?
What does that mean, though? What does that mean?
I think them kind of restaurants are for like the people with mad dough in it, like footballers, music artists, maybe anyone that's got disposable income. You can't justify spending. I think £300, and that's for like, and that's me just being. I think that can justify maybe a birthday dinner for say you and the missus, £300 each maximum.
Mm.
Even that six bills.
Whoa, £600 on food.
No, not each.
I tell you what,
that's a holiday. That's a holiday.
£200 each.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, for £200, yeah, bro, you can jump on a train to Paris, yeah, stay somewhere for one night, and go out and eat in Paris, and come back for 4 bills.
But you know what? See, you can call me tight, yeah. But then I think when people get married for 30 racks for a day for a party, I think that's mad.
I am with you, but you need to understand what that 30 racks is, though. A lot of that is people per head. So a lot of that is the amount of guests that you've got. But I do agree with that. But look,
yeah, but at least you got the memories, you got pictures, you got a nice, like, this is not a steak, one meal for 630.
But this is what I'm saying, though. The people that are going in there flexing, yeah, they must have dough in it. Because I can't, if you're telling me you're doing that and you ain't got no dough and you're just doing that on a flex, you know, there's certain man that don't even take their mum restaurant and they're going to take things there.
Lee, me and you both know people that have a high-end watch, that live at home with their parents.
Yeah.
No, you know this living at home with your parents. Yeah, what's wrong with it?
No, Femi.
Why is you see? Wait, then you see in Nigeria, yeah. You see in Nigeria, yeah. Like when I was growing up in Nigeria, you know, a lot of people in Nigeria live at home with their parents till they get married.
Do you see that? Yeah, culturally, I love that. Even outside of the culture, it makes sense. For what I know now, for what I've been through in my life, for what I know now, I wouldn't have moved out. I wouldn't have moved out. No way would I have moved out for what I know now. But we live and we move. My point is, yeah, it's going back to what Lee said. It's the stunting thing. It's you understand what I'm saying? It's you've got the shoes, you've got this, you've got that. But you're contributing to the household bills. You're not. I remember chatting to some road youths in the barbershop the other day, yeah, a couple months ago, and they was like, yeah, like man's a big man out here. I said to them, fam, unless you have a bill that's in your name, you are not a big man. You see these road youths that the phone bills in their girl's name, like the sky's in their mouth. Fam, you don't chat to me. I don't want to hear nothing that comes out of your mouth. I'm a big man. I got P. Fam, you got no responsibility. You're just a kid. I ain't got no time for you. I hear you, family. They're living at home with your parents. Yeah, cool. And you know, certain people's circumstances are different.
Fam,
priorities. My thing is priorities. Priorities. That's it. Do you know what I mean? Like as I said earlier, we're in a time now where people are just casually walking around with like £1,000 trainers on to go barbershop and to just run up and down on road. So, you know, I mean, we've all done something. We've all purchased something. We've all gone to a bar and bought a drink or eaten something at a restaurant that certain people look down and think, boy, is that what you man are spending on that? Yeah, you man are balling. It's just, is it within your means? I like at some point, yeah, common sense has to kick in. Common sense.
But you know what? Do you know what though, D? Do you know what, D?
Do you know what? People are starving out there.
No, but you know what? We can't say that. Do you know why? Because I think we all individually would spend money on something that the other wouldn't. Yes, you get what I'm saying? Like Ace would go into a record shop and probably spend £5 on a record, and I'd be like, "You're smoking on a record."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's his thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? I will go out on a night out and spend money on a bottle of juice because I like, that's my thing. I'm a host. I like to entertain, and I feel like the juice is gonna get everyone in the zone. Do you get what I'm saying? Femi's gonna go out and spend Big P on a Bible. I don't know why he's gonna spend P's on the Bible, but that's his thing. You feel me? Everyone's got their little thing. And I know, listen, D, you had to like say you weren't renting them big penthouses in King's Cross back in the day, though. Let's not forget them big overlooking London, you know, overlooking London. And I know you was in your 20s doing that. And you know what? Look where I am now. Yeah. Look where I am now. Man's in Croydon now. No, but it's not even that. It's not even that. It's value for money. I've got a back garden. I've got a park right next to my house. Yeah, true. Like, you know, so at some point, you know, I mean, I get what you're saying. There's ballers. I remember asking Chifa a couple of weeks ago, what's the best restaurant he's been to? Yeah, in London. I said, what's the best restaurant you've been to in London? He goes, bro, restaurants in London are dead. Yeah, this is what he said. He goes, the best restaurant he's ever been to is in Russia.
Wow.
And I was like, why? He goes, because when Quincy was playing over there, he was over there all the time. And he goes, you need to understand, you see Russia, they have billionaires. So their restaurants are catering for billionaires. Over here and other parts of the world, see, when he said it like that, I said, I can't even begin to imagine what them restaurants are like. He goes, D, you won't be able to imagine it. Because it's mad. The levels are...
But you know what though, D? In defense, yeah, remember, I drop a lot of wealthy people to restaurants that you and I would walk past and think, right, that's kind of dingy, or it don't look
that's like. What I was gonna say.
But when you go inside there, it's a different level. 100%. We would just walk past it. Like, see that restaurant that I took that girl's bag to? Like, that just looks like it's on a side road. But when you go in there, it's actually really nice. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the level of food. Go on.
Sorry, Lee. Go on, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, go on. No, I was just saying though. So there are a lot of restaurants, especially in Mayfair, that are on back roads. Yeah, that's just a front door. It looks like you're going to someone's house. Like La Gavroche. You drive past La Gavroche, and you wouldn't even know it's a restaurant.
The restaurant that Shifa had his Vanity Fair meal in, yeah, I've passed that restaurant so many times. It just looks like some old
Where is it? Where was that?
It's right opposite the casino in Mayfair, right opposite the Basically, it's a couple doors down from Funky Buddha.
Oh,
And what's the name of it? I can never. Parchino's or something like that. It's something like that. Yeah, I can never remember it, but Park Chinois. But you walk past this place, you know them old like Italian restaurants that have that canopy that just comes over, and it's like, why do you man still got that, brother? This thing here, nutty. Absolutely nutty. I don't know why Aisha's got this business, the Parkino business card on the fridge. Hey, this thing come like the Squid Games card. I'm that right now. Yo, man. Nah, I don't know. I would like to sample it though. And I don't know, maybe gone for me.
You see restaurants that people rate, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't like them. I've decided, you see, like all Novikov and all these restaurants that people like STK and all them restaurants. I hate these restaurants. Do you know why?
Why?
The food's got this generic seasoning where it's just sweet. Everything's just sweet.
You know what it is?
The music is loud, Damon. The music is loud.
Let me stop you on the food. Most of these restaurants are just pan-Asian. So the cuisine is generally the same. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So that's probably why for a start. I know what you mean about the music.
The music's mad loud. So if I'm on the table with you and Lee, I could barely talk to you, right? Like it's just like, and then they make you feel like you should be grateful to be there. I'm saying all of this because I went somewhere on Saturday, STK.
Okay.
In the Strand.
Yeah.
Never go there.
Oh,
wait,
wow.
No. Femi.
That's one of Damon's favorites.
No, wait, no.
I don't like STK ever.
Wait,
I don't like STK ever.
Wait. I'm gonna tell you why I will go to that restaurant. I'm gonna tell you why. Firstly,
and I'll tell you. Tell me, and I'll tell you why I will never.
No, I'm right. I'm gonna tell you why. Most of you, have you noticed? Most of the places that I tend to go to, I know either the owner or the manager. Yeah. So I know the manager of that place. So I don't think I've ever paid full price ever.
I respect it.
Hold on, wait. You went there for Aisha's birthday. You were there for Aisha's birthday.
It was nice on that occasion, but let keep going. Why do you like it?
I know cream spinach and that.
And once again, the food is the same as most of these restaurants. You're gonna have a sea bass, you're gonna have a salmon, you know what I mean? You're gonna have steak, you're gonna have whatever. So it's gonna be the same.
Aisha's birthday, the music was not mad loud. I didn't feel like I was in a nightclub.
Remember, we was in a private room.
And it also didn't have girls blocking up the way to the toilet, taking pictures for Instagram.
Okay, you see that there, yeah? You know, all of these restaurants now purposely have something like that. So the Ivy, I'm not sure about all of them, but the Ivy in St. Paul's, it has the stairs and the tree at the top. Yeah. STK has some metal. All of these restaurants have a focus, a point where you take photos,
take pictures
on the ground.
Listen,
they do it.
How mad is that? How mad is that now? Restaurants are now getting free advertising because of us, the people. That's mad.
I'll be honest. I genuinely, all these big brand name restaurants that you can find one in Miami, you can find one in Ibiza, you can find one, and I don't ever want to go to any of them again in my life. I would happily like go to your auntie's restaurant, your auntie's Italian, you know, like a black Jamaican woman that went Italy and just decided she would. I'd rather go to that over any of these. Like seriously, I think they're so dead, and I find it mad that people. So the experience I had at STK over there. So like I'll tell you why I don't like it. And I was just thinking, but I'm paying for this. But anyway, let's go. So my friend, one guy organizes a surprise birthday party for my friend, his girlfriend. And so he reaches out, he's like, yeah, blah, 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 his birthday. Like, here's the invite. I'm running late. You know, Saturday it was mad rainy. So I'm running late. So I pull up and he's messaging me. He's like, oh, you on your way? Make sure you're here we've got a limited time restriction. First of all, bro, why are you giving me time on my table in a restaurant? Wild. Like, I don't care what no one says. That's wild to me. Anyway, so they're like, oh, they've only got 2 hours. No, don't rush me. I could eat for as long as I want. I'm paying. I'm a customer. And then give me a time slot to eat in a restaurant with my brethren, like for festivity. Stupidness. Anyway, so then I get there late. And then they're like, oh, they booked a table for 8, but one person brought an extra person. And then I said, oh, call the manager. Manager comes over. She's like, oh, it was the host, not the manager. Comes over and says, oh, they booked a table for 8. So we're not gonna get you another chair. I looked at her. I said to the waiter, oh, come here, bro. I said, if you organized an event for your brethren, yeah, and one of them brings their partner, so there's an extra person, would you be happy if one of your friends was perched on the end of someone else's seat to eat food? He said, no. I said, so why do you expect me to be happy perching on the end of this guy's seat? About half an hour later, the guy goes and gets a chair. He puts it there. He says, you know what? My manager might sack me, but like, you know, you're right. You should get the chair. I'm like, I'm a paying customer. I'm about to spend at least a one-on-one something in here. You need to make me feel premium right now. Some people make £100 and something pound a day. I'm about to drop that right now. The guy was like, no, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, cool. So can you get me food? He's like, yeah. You know they didn't let them get starters or dessert because it was on a clock. Imagine eating on the clock. Oh my gosh, stop it. Never. It made me realize, it made me realize, like, never should a restaurant, like, they've lost their way. They've made it halfway between restaurant and nightclub. I'm not going clubbing. This is not a table in a nightclub. Like, this is, you're meant to make me, I'm going out for a meal with friends and it's meant to be a lovely experience.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Femi? A lot of these high-end restaurants, they do that. Like, they kind of slightly turn into like a rave, or you have a DJ that comes and at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, the music goes up, the lights go down. It is what it is. It's how it is. And I'm with you. I don't agree. That's why, like, even for Ace's birthday the other day, and I was like, I've got out my man for the private room. The price that he told me, all now he's waiting for me to respond. Sorry, Ace. Man's got mad love.
It's fine. It was a vibe.
And but it's just it's not for a certain type of people, and it's just one of them things.
So I feel like you have to be in your early 20s and like be on the lookout for, you be an Instagram influencer, bro. You have to be at uni.
You'd be surprised, yeah. You see a lot of these places, especially in Mayfair, a lot of these places, it's like a lot of middle-aged people that live within the area that just go there regular. You see the footballers and them, they don't care about footballers. They could not care less about footballers. They couldn't care less, because them man are here today, gone tomorrow. It's them actual people with long money, with real long money, that are keeping them places alive. Like,
yeah, but like, what, for them to come and sit there and listen to me?
You know what though? D, you say that though, but Novikov, what's the other one on Bruton Street? What's the other one? Hakistan. All them lot, they're just a hype. Every weekend it's gonna be a hype. You know the bouncer said to me, since Miss Banks spoke about Novikov in her chat, that it's been mad in there. It's been mental. Like, the amount of people that turn up there on a weekend, whether it be walk-ins, whether it, like, you can't for love or money. It's a nightmare because it was on a popular track.
I hope she makes a change of that.
So she ain't making no change.
She ain't making no change after that. They don't care about her.
Lee, understand, yeah. These places are open from like 11, 12 o'clock during the day. So you see when it's jam on a Friday and a Saturday, because a couple of people heard it in Miss Banks' song, that don't mean nothing to them. You see, like, your Monday...
Them places are jam. Them places are jam every single day of the week.
That's my point.
Apart from Monday, the whole week they're jam now.
That's my point. And you see when you go there, you see when you pass there and you see people having lunch, those are the people, fam.
Do you know I see having lunch? Chifa. If I drive past Novikov in the day, I see him outside munching like it's a snack, like it's Nando's.
Bad boy.
Like it's Nando's, you know. The amount of times I see him just sitting outside, I'm thinking, rah,
No,
he's just enjoying.
Keeper is the Black Prince of Mayfair. Trust me, that guy. Yeah, and the love you get. But anyway, we digress. Like them restaurants, I'm with you, Femi. Like I am actually with you. Do you know what I mean? Because it is, you know, if you want something intimate, you want something, you know, quiet or whatever, tasteful.
But them restaurants, I don't see it for the food, to be fair. I'm paying for the experience. And I think you either pay for one or the other.
Experience of what though? What experience?
The experience of the hype. The hype. Know what it's like? It's like the whole idea of going to a rave, innit? Like when I pay to go to like a Novikov, I don't go there thinking, I wonder what the food tastes like. I'm going there to think, who's gonna be there? What's the vibe gonna be saying more before I think about the food in that type of establishment? Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like a food. I don't even know what they sell. I don't even know what food goes on in there. Do you get what I'm saying? Same with Nobu, all of those, it's the same thing for me. I don't look at it as, I want fine food. Because if I wanted fish, I'd go prawn on the lawn in Islington. Because to me, that's one of the best fish restaurants. Do you get what I mean?
On the lawn.
Yeah, there's a restaurant called Prawn on the Lawn. I recommend it. It is bad boy. When they bring out the fish, all sizes, and they tell you, what do you like? Then they ask you about what way they want to flavor it. That to me is food.
That
you know
sounds banging.
If I'm going to Novikov, I'm going for their vibe. I want to go, who's going to be in there? Oh, yeah, that's my man. Yeah, all right, well, yeah, from the barbers. Yeah. I'm doing all of that. You get what I mean? 2 photo for the gram. That's for that. Like, if I go to that Salt Bay restaurant, I'm going for the vibe. I'm not really going to do the steak thing, really. But if I want steak, I'm going to go Hawksmoor because that's my steak restaurant. I've never had a bad steak at Hawksmoor. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like that whole industry to me is more experience based. That's just to me though. But other people might. STK for me it's just a hype thing. It was a steak restaurant, isn't it? That just looks like a hype. That looks like a madman rave that you're gonna go in there. It's gonna be pure vibes. That's what I see that as. I don't see it. I wonder what kind of steak I'm gonna get there.
That place there is basically you eat a food, it warms you up, and then you go upstairs to the radio bar to continue your night.
To carry on beveraging, carry on beveraging. These
things, you know, it is what it is. They're there. There's going to be a next one in maybe a year or two, and then, you know, it is what it is.
You know, the kind of thing with that Salt Bay thing is the fact that all it takes is 1 or 2 rappers to go there, put it on the gram. There will be a queue there. There will be a queue. People will spend what they don't have to be like, yeah, look, I'm up in here. I don't mind paying £30 for a Red Bull. What? Smoking. Absolutely smoking.
You're mad.
Speaking of the gram, the Instagram was locked off a couple of days ago, and everyone was going mad. Everyone was upset.
It's mad. It didn't really affect me, you know.
To be fair, it didn't affect me either. I was actually quite chilled. I actually enjoyed it.
I don't get it.
But we all say this as people that don't make our money from Instagram. There are people that actually actively use Instagram for a living.
It wasn't just Instagram, it was Instagram and WhatsApp and Facebook.
And Facebook as well,
so all of them. The only thing was, it was Instagram, but then, not Instagram, the WhatsApp. But then one person decided to text me and it's like, all right, cool. It's like, and the worst thing is, man gets free text messages anyway. So it wasn't even like, man, hey, listen, WhatsApp's down, allow me because I'm not paying 99p a message. It's free anyway. Like, people was moving like the world was coming to an end. I don't even know why. I did put it in the group, but really, truly, we should have scrubbed it out because it's not the first time and it won't be the last time.
Well, what I think is interesting is, and Femi, you can probably give us some more information on this. Was it this week that there was a whistleblower at Facebook that was basically saying that they have way too much influence on democracy, on people's health, and like they're just not paying attention or looking after people. And the next day, all Facebook's apps get locked down. Did it have anything to do with that? You know what I mean? Did they have hackers in there? Like, I don't think it was by coincidence that it went down at all.
Oh, you think so? Oh,
nah, man. I feel like
that makes sense. I've always known that, though. I've always kind of known it because it's had an influence on me. Do you get what I mean? Like, in terms of, I've seen something come up on my Instagram screen, and all of a sudden I can't get this thing out of my head. Do you get what I mean? And I'm thinking, why is this? To a point where maybe I might purchase it or invest in something that I felt like it was just kept being put there. That product placement in it. It's the way it was done. Because in the team, I accept all cookies as well online. Some people don't. But I can't get onto a website without accepting the cookie, so I just accept it.
You can. Lee, you can.
Can you?
Yes. So I used to think that, but you can reject all the cookies and still get on the website.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
Wait, I had an experience with Western Union sending my daughter money, yeah, and it was asking me for it to access something in my phone or something, and I'm like, why do you need that? For me to send P. So I just kept on rejecting these things, and then I realized it wasn't working. So I had to accept everything for the money to go through. Like the cookies thing might be different to accessing my contacts and accessing my camera and accessing this and that. But going for me, run the knowledge. How can we? You just got to reject everything, and you can still get onto the website.
Yeah. So if you go on or say if you go on, some people go on like news websites and they say you have to accept all the cookies. You just don't. Some websites straight up say you can't use our website unless you accept all the cookies. It. But that's like 5% of the websites.
Okay. I thought it was something that you had to do. So like with like I don't know. I can tell how influential, because even like when I speak to certain people and they get the information, and I'm like, where'd you get that conspiracy theory from? And it's like, yeah, man, it's all over Facebook. And I think, you're an idiot, man. So you heard it on Facebook. I could write a blog on Facebook and then send it out there, and then everyone's going to listen to what I'm saying.
Listen, Facebook's power comes from owning Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. So imagine they're in your conversations on WhatsApp and in your conversations on Instagram. And if you're on Facebook, they're in your conversations there too.
They know more about you than some of your family members. 100%.
They know more about you than you, bro.
Me for real. I was about to say the same thing.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that Netflix film documentary about it?
No, I still ain't watched it.
I spoke about it ages ago. They know more about you.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah.
Fam, they know more about you than you. Genuinely, they really do.
Do you know when I got worried about all of this stuff? Is before you had to click on something or specifically search for something. Yeah. When I got worried is when they managed to design Instagram in a way where if you look at a particular page whilst you're scrolling for more than a certain amount of seconds, they're hitting you up. Yeah. So let's say I follow Chifa and maybe another couple jewelers. And you know what happens after a while? Everything gets imitated. So you see trainers coming out like Balenciagas or whatever. So now there's a lot of watches that look like Patek Philippe, all of those, you understand, with that kind of, you remember when Hublot come out, Hublot had a particular look, and there was all of these other watches that were a lot cheaper. So I'm scrolling now, and I've seen this thing, is like, man, is that one of them watches there? So then I've realized it's not. So I've just spun through, brother, for the next month. Oh my God. All of these much cheaper, whatever watches that looked exactly like it. And I remember somebody said, they know, and I think it's from that program for me, they know how long you've looked at a page. And if you've looked at a page for more than, I think, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, I think they add that up as something. Imagine like a stream. Imagine like a stream in the music world.
Bro,
it goes like that.
It's
and
like, they've got psychology built into that thing, bro. It's on the next level, like, and so ultimately, like, we all know what we're signing up for, and that's why obviously people are really worried about the effects that it potentially has on children if children go on it, and some children having access to it and all of that stuff. I just feel like it's gone.
No, I was gonna say a few years ago, like we you have that thing, just turn it off. Yeah. A few years ago, that could have been a valid argument. And when I say a few years ago, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, that could have been a valid argument, because it was almost like 10, 15 years ago, you followed what came up on your phone, kind of thing. Whereas now, that's not the argument. Like, and I hear what you're saying about kids and, you know, vulnerable people being safe, because if these things are popping up, we have a conversation now where we'll mention NFL, we'll mention going to New York for holiday, we'll mention something. Guarantee for the next couple of days, you start seeing these ads pop up, flights to New York, whatever. And we're kind of adults, free-thinking adults that can govern our lives and run our lives in a way that we want. There's a lot of people that don't and can't.
I made the mistake of looking for a bed online about 2 months ago, and I cannot get rid. It's like, shit, I've already bought one now. Like, allow me, fam. Like, and it's not even just on Facebook. It's Facebook. It's every single app wants to sell me a bed. It's fam. I've got one. Allow it.
Do you know how disrespectful they are? They're probably selling you the same bed, but half the price now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a joke, man. It's very annoying. Very, very annoying.
I think we're probably like the most advertised to generation ever. Like, it's just non-stop adverts, because that's all these things are, right? They're just adverts.
Yeah,
of course.
It's like adult adverts, isn't it? You know, like when you used to watch morning TV, yeah, and they just see all the toys before like Christmas or all the shows. Yeah. Now they're just doing it on an adult level, but they know what we want even more as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Anything we want, it's coming up. It's coming up in the reels. If you're into this, you're into that. They're throwing it your way.
Man, you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad about what makes Instagram mad as well, right? It's that I literally don't even follow that many football pages on Instagram. Yeah. I legit follow like maybe Man U, and there's another page called 360 Sports, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pogba, Sterling, something like that. Bro. My explore page is just football.
Yeah.
Because it knows, because it's got that thing, which is what Apple are trying to stop them from doing. So Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp as well, I think probably used to do this. They used to track you, all your activities on all your other apps.
Wait, so they're watching you on every. They're all linked.
They all linked.
Yes.
Yeah,
so basically, there's a thing, you know, like when you go on the apps now. Sometimes I don't know if you guys see it on your phones, or if you got it. If you guys have got iPhones, it says to you, "Do you want ask app not to track?"
Yeah.
So basically, all these apps, you know what they used to do to target advertising at you? I think Facebook have done a thing where, like, when I say Facebook, I mean WhatsApp and Instagram and all of that as well. But I think Facebook have done a thing, where they've bypassed it already within a week of it coming out. But basically, what they used to do, is follow what you search for online. So obviously, I'm online looking at football news and stuff like that. So they're tracking all your other activities in your other apps.
Yeah, I think that's a bit too much, isn't it? Invasion of privacy.
Lee, you're saying that's a bit too much, invasion of privacy. They do it anyway.
Yeah, that's mad. But what do they gain from this, though? What do they gain from this?
Money.
Money.
I
from where?
I read this to you.
They sell your data.
No, they sell your data.
Yeah, but when you say money, like say for example, they target me. Say I've been looking at trainers, and then they send me like a JD link, for example, How do they make money off me buying it from JD?
No, Lee, JD would have paid them in adverts already.
What is that thing? Cambridge Analytica?
Yeah, so the adverts, are prepaid for.
Yeah.
So like, I forgot how much money I read, but this is not off. I think for every user on Facebook, I think Facebook makes $120 a year.
From every user?
Yeah.
And how many people are on Facebook?
If not more, I might even be given a conservative figure. Like, I read this article that was mental about nuts. Facebook that says how much money they make per person.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Do you know what? Do you remember to simplify it, Do you remember, hello, son? Do you remember the Super Bowl? Do you remember how much they were charging for an advert at the halftime?
The halftime advert,
Because that's the most watched event. I don't know about now, but back in the day, it's the most watched event.
I still think it is.
It still is.
Maybe. Do you know what I mean? Them man are hitting you for what? hundreds of millions of dollars for an advert. For what? A 30-second advert. It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. And the thing is, Lee, we're 4 adults, responsible adults with families, with partners, whatever, that don't get, and we do get sucked into it. We actually do get sucked into
I
it.
definitely do get sucked in.
Not like, who they're targeting. And we're sitting here on this podcast, thinking this is a madness. Fam, it works. It's been working for years, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. Listen, us, man, we ain't got nothing to buy. What we got to buy? A bed. Ace broke up his bed because he's doing too much push-ups at night. Broke up his bed. Yeah. What we buying? They don't care about us. You understand? They don't care about us. We are them guys that, as Femi said, we're going Ibiza, and I'm eating an STK because I've got the hookup. We're going Ocean Beach because we got the hookup with Ace. We're going Blue Marlin because we got a hookup somewhere. We're not going in there and spending our hard-earned money like that. No, we're the hookup guys.
You ain't spending the hard money. It's all fair getting in for free, but when we want that table, then what?
Guys, we have
to have that meeting. You man, yeah. So what? $500 each. We get the big thing. You know what I'm talking about, Ace?
Guys, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm not experienced. In Ibiza, by the way, I went to some restaurant on 4 Montero. It cost me a big check still. But you were chopping the food on the beach.
You was out there with the ballers, though. You was out there with the ballers, though.
But you know what? That beach experience, the money that I spent on that, I get it. That was an experience. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that food. Basically, let me give you accurate numbers, yeah? Ads generate 98% of Facebook's revenue, yeah?
Wow.
And it rakes in, their ad platform rakes in 55 billion last year. Instagram chips in another 20 billion. So that's Facebook made 5 billion last year. Instagram made 20 billion or more from adverts last year. Yeah. And for every Facebook user, Facebook earns $8 a quarter for every one of its users. $8 a quarter you're worth to them. So imagine they've got like 1 billion users, bro.
They're killing it.
That's 8 billion
absolutely killing
a quarter.
That's insane.
And like
numbers, fam.
Actual numbers. Like this is like, I remember reading this article, it just blew my mind because it was like, the average American adult spends 35 minutes per day on Facebook. On Blue, which is what they call the overall brand. It's mad anyway. It's just mad, but just know that.
You know what's funny? Do you know why I don't use Facebook anymore? Because Facebook, they have proper lengthy things on there to watch.
Man ain't trying to read. Man want to look at pictures, bro. Man want to look at pictures. And
but you guys are missing the point.
No, wait. No. What I'm saying is, for me, Instagram's quick, and they put it up to like 59 seconds, and then you can do the page. Facebook. My point is, Facebook. There was times where I'll be on Facebook at night, and I watch something that's 4 minutes. Then I start reading comments, and I scroll down and watch something else that's 2 minutes. I said, this is too much. This is long. This is long. I said, I can't. This is long.
Guys, I just want to put it out there, yeah. It's all the same.
They're all the same.
Whether you're consuming on Facebook or Instagram, you're making the same company money. It doesn't really matter. They don't care where they've got your attention. They just, as long as they've got your attention. Imagine like they bought, in 2012, they bought Instagram for like 4 billion, and that was mad at the time. But now they make like 20 billion a year.
Madness. Absolutely
madness.
Anyway, we can move on because we're running out of time.
I got like 10% left.
R. Kelly snitching on other rappers and all that. Is it a standard thing? Should he snitch or should he go down and keep the secrets to himself?
You gotta hold it to yourself, man.
And unfortunately, I don't think anything he says is going to be credible. So I think there's no point. No one's going to believe you, bro. No one's going to believe you. So you might as well just shut your mouth.
Really?
No one's going to believe you.
Really?
No, they're not.
Because you know what?
He was the only artist.
Not guilty. Did he go not
he
guilty?
He went not guilty. What, you think he
So-
was the only artist, Ace, running around doing his madness?
I'm not saying that the people that he tries to throw under the bus didn't do it. I'm just saying nothing will come of it because he doesn't seem like a credible person. He's already lied a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people just and as well, it's like if you're naming people that no one else has spoken about, do you know what I'm saying? If there was like previous people that had come out and spoken about certain rappers, certain R&B artists, and then R. Kelly's like, yeah, he actually did do it. Okay, then maybe. But if no one's spoken about, so I was gonna insert rapper's name here or insert R&B artist's name here, and R. Kelly's no like, yeah, no, he did it too. It's like, fam, how can we believe you? How can we believe you? It's long. Like, he might as well just shut his mouth. Do your time and shut your mouth.
Yeah, but
also, so quickly as well with R. Kelly, YouTube has just deleted his channels.
Yeah.
Which is, boy, I don't know. Like that is like his real cancellation.
Bro, the thing is, yeah, I had a conversation with somebody in the barbershop the other day, and they were like, they basically said they don't hate anyone, like they forgive him, he needs help, this and that and that. Firstly, I thought you're saying that from the angle of not being a victim. That's the first thing. Secondly, yeah, did man have this energy when Jimmy Savile got cancelled? You understand what I'm saying? Like, like, cool, but his things are taken off though. All of his things have been deleted. Like, did we have this same energy? Like, and what they said is, for what my man has done for the music industry is too huge to delete. And I thought that nothing's too huge to delete, bruv. Like, there's something, I don't know, I don't think we've looked at this R. Kelly thing as you was moving reckless, like how we look at pedophiles. But I'm very sure there's people alive now who suffering mental trauma from my man's behavior. Fam, it doesn't matter how big your catalog is. It doesn't outweigh. It's not bigger than somebody's mental and physical trauma that you put on them. No way. Cancel the man. Yes, man got found guilty.
You know what? If he's gonna throw man under the table, doesn't that mean that you're accepting responsibility though?
That's true.
Yeah, you're saying it. All right, if I got nabbed, then yeah, you know what? Yeah, these man was doing it too, and we was all doing that. So, bro, hold on a minute. So you hold it down for at least a year or two. Look at Cosby. He's hold it down till he come out. He held it down till he came out. He went full circle on Bus Case. We don't know what he was doing, but boy, now he's innocent, isn't it?
He's not innocent.
The fact that he said that he's gonna rat people out anyway lets you know he's 100% now.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway,
of course.
You get what I'm saying? That's a nail in the coffin for me.
Ace, what else was on there? What else was on the list? What else? There's a couple.
I've got 4%. The Sainsbury's rats. Did you see that? Nasty.
It is what it is. I did want to talk about the police trying to put the onus on women to protect themselves against police officers, which I found was absolute lunacy. Like, there's so much. Maybe we'll have to talk about that in the next podcast because we ain't got enough time to talk about it here. But that is something that I did want to talk and get the listeners' involvement in. So maybe we'll save that to the next podcast.
We'll do that next week. Also, the Windrush
fam, that's a disrespect.
Why is that a disrespect?
Brother, hold on, wait. So what you think? Yeah, this country to like as remembrance or whatever it is. Yeah, for Ghanaians that have come over, what they're just gonna put statues of
that was an artist's interpretation, and she's a black woman. It's not like this weren't like some English. No,
because she's a black woman, it doesn't mean that all things that black people do make sense and should be out there. No, it's nonsense. What, they got couple statues of breadfruit and avocado or whatever planting.
What was it? What was the statue of? What was that statue of?
It was breadfruit, custard apple, and a salsa.
Lee, that there is to honor Windrush. Look at Femi's face. Femi knows what they're gonna have. A couple bowls of a goosey soup and everything there. Yeah, pounding yam on it there.
That's how we scoop up. That's how we scoop up the pando.
What is that thing? Lee, Trafalgar Square, yeah? Is there still that big ice cream with that fly on it, with the cherry?
Yeah. What does it even mean?
Yeah, it's got a thing in it.
Imagine they just had a statue of a Nigerian hand scooping like that.
Yeah, that would have been peak.
This,
That would have been peak, though. No, but D, what do we want instead, though? What's the solution?
Brother, I'm gonna tell you something now. Yeah, there are very, very, very influential people. There's names, there's figures, there's so many things that you could put up. Yeah, as
well, like Usain Bolt's feet, bronze. Statue.
Bro, listen, like real talk. You know what the worst thing is? There's people that are just walking around like looking at these fruits, thinking, what is this? I ain't eating that. That's what they're looking. I ain't eating that. Nah, get out of here. Mocking the thing.
I'll be real, Damon. Though Southside is like up there still.
For me, it bangs. I'm not saying it doesn't bang. I'm not saying, but it doesn't. How does that represent Windrush? How?
No, quickly, D. You see, like, what shocked me, though? Should I tell you what shocked me? This is gonna sound mad, and this is probably a debate for another day. Yeah? And this has nothing to do with your protest about the statue, by the way, because that is another conversation. I think it's funny. But you know, soursop, yeah.
Go ahead.
I went Nigeria one time, and they were just selling it upon the roadside. And in my head, I was like, was soursop growing, yeah, in the Caribbean before black people went to the Caribbean, or did they carry seeds on them boats?
Maybe piss off. We're not going to get into this piss off.
No, but these are like this. I'm not even being rude.
You know what you not call soursop? Is that what I call sweet sap?
No, it's the same thing, bro.
It's the same thing. So why don't they call it sour and some call it sweet?
It's not the same thing. This is the Caribbean right here.
Sweet sap tastes like apple crumble.
It's completely different.
I'm probably gonna lock off, but
it's different.
I got 1% left, so I'm gonna lock off. But you guys can carry on talking about soursop and custard fruits.
Hey, where are you?
I'm in the hospital.
Oh, is it?
Wait,
I'm leaving.
What do you think that was a yard with the pink walls?
Bro, I was thinking, your decor is a bit mad.
All right, I'm out. Listen, guys, till next time. Can we lock off now? Is that all right?
Yeah, let's just lock off. Let's just
Listen, rate, subscribe, comment. Wait. Until next time. Lee, go on. I'll give you the last word.
Wait, what hospital are you at?
Don't worry about Ryan, brother. You can't come here.
See you, bring some flowers.
Nah, you can't come. I'm going home in 40 minutes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, like you don't know what I do. I've been doing for the last 3.5 years. What's wrong with you? Listen, tune in. Rate, subscribe, comment. We're out.
Also, guys, quickly. My wife has just discovered soursop actually came from Nigeria. Bye, guys. Bye.
Kaya, lock off the thing.
Wait, no, Kaya, don't lock off the thing. Stay there. Ace, I'll see you later. That makes it even more dumb that they've got those fruit out there that have nothing to do with Windrush. You see my point? You see my point? But yeah, you see my point? It's dumb.
Damon, I get it. Do you know what it is? Like, before we have to lock this off eventually. Yeah. No, my point. Look, you see Windrush, yeah?
Yeah.
The Windrush generation.
The
difficulty in capturing that as a artistic something, yeah, is that you don't want to put a boat because that will offend people. Like, and during that era, the people that came over, there wasn't like, say, a figurehead, like a one person, like a one man that represents that movement. Do you get what I'm saying? So whatever you're gonna do is gonna be a modern someone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, look, as an artist, look, for me, your job is to turn somebody's idea into something visual that will capture the audience. That's your job, yeah? You have people that are good at it, you have people that are bad at it, yeah? Now, this is an artist. Now, you have fruit. You just put fruit, sculptures of fruit around the place. Make a collage. Make something that has bits of all of the Caribbean. Listen, this is just ideas coming from like a 10-minute debate. You understand what I'm saying? But that is a joke thing. That, to me, is something that Jamie Oliver would do. Yeah? That's a joke thing. I'm surprised they haven't got pieces of chicken, like chicken legs and all of that. That's a joke thing. And someone got patience.
What would you have instead, Steve? What would you have instead?
This is the other thing as well. Remember, when things are put to you, you're given a certain amount of time to come up with the ideas. You understand? You're given a certain amount of time. Give me a week, give me a day, and I would come up with something better than that. That's a joke thing, bro. That's a joke thing. And then that's a joke thing. Yeah, they might have just put coconuts and mangoes. Why have you gone for them obscure fruits? Put coconut,
They're not
mango.
obscure though. They are kind of Caribbeans would have you believe, or Jamaicans in particular would have you believe that soursop only exists in Jamaica.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, and that was proven wrong. But remember, this is a monument or whatever for everybody to understand and remember Windrush. There's people walking around thinking, what is that? Everyone knows what a mango is. Put a mango over there, innit? Put a coconut over there. But my point is, this is like a bit of banter. But if you've obviously given me this brief, if you've given me this to be like, what can I come up with? I'm gonna come up with various different ideas. Yeah, that wasn't done overnight. The thought went into that.
I agree, and I think Windrush, like I said, I think Windrush is the people, not things, right? And I feel like humans. The problem we have, like as Black British people from all our different heritage, is that sometimes we are not human. Like the human element of us is not given visibility.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So you're representing a people using fruits that are associated with the islands that the people come from, rather than representing the people.
Do you know what I would have done?
And that's the problem.
Do you know, off of talking to you now for 10 minutes, you know what I would have done? I would have found a figure or an image, yeah, that, because no matter what you do, somebody's going to be offended, yeah? No matter what you do. Whether you decide to take this left turn in, somebody's going to say take the next one, somebody's going to say turn right. Whatever you do, somebody's going to be offended. For me, off the top of my head right now, have you seen them pictures that people do? So they make a big picture using loads of tiny little pictures of Donald Trump to make a big picture of Donald Trump. Or you understand what I'm saying? So for me right now, an idea, and remember, this person probably come up with about 5 or 10. One idea is loads of little pictures, yeah, that are put together in a color to make one bigger picture of, I don't know, something. Maybe the boat, maybe, you know, something. But for me right now, sitting here right now, them pieces of fruit, it's not good enough. That's not.
No, I agree. For me, like, people should not be represented by things, right? So you're representing a whole people that were dehumanized as well, actually, like back in the day, as well as when they came over here during that generation. So for me, you're representing those people using things like fruits, and I just feel that's the disconnect, right? You're making them less human, by representing them using those things. Anyway, on that note, Lee, how's the Wingstop? I thought you didn't like it.
What? You know, we went out that. Remember we had it together, innit? It was boom.
Well, me and you.
Yeah, do you remember? Or you went to bed, innit? No, we had it. Remember?
Well, yeah, it was. You've been backing it since then?
Since then, like crack. And you know, I got dinner at home as well, you know. I've got dinner at home as well. You know that pasta where you've got to pretend you're still hungry when you walk through the door? Them lemon pepper wings. You remember, Bemi? Lemon pepper wings and the Cajun sweet potato fries. Oh my God.
No, Lee,
no happy meal today. No happy meal today.
I said to my sister on Sunday, like, we're celebrating your birthday. She had 2 parties. It was my sister's birthday last week. She had 2 parties, like cabbies, yeah? She had 2 parties, not 1, 2. And then on Sunday, I was like, you know what? I said to the kids have to join in your birthday party. We're having a Wingstop party. Let's go Wingstop. I made it a Wingstop party. She was like, okay. I drove all the way from church in Highbury, yeah, to South Kensington to buy Wingstop and then come back to mine to eat Wingstop with the kids.
Man,
so good, man.
It's very good. But anyway, thank you very much, guys. Bless up.
Kaya,
love you guys.
Tuesday next week, God willing.
Come on.
Rate, subscribe, comment. That's what Ace says.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be Tuesday because next week, Wednesday, I'm going Chappelle.
Fun, you, Lee. Kaya, lock off the
I just
team.
want to throw that out there.
Yeah, with what haircut? What?
What? Friday, I'm coming there. You stay there.